Alright, another day here, guys. So this is done, and now we're gonna have to start with the harder part, which is here. So we have to figure out what we're gonna do here, and that's something really complicated, isn't it? Well, we have to deal with that. So it looks like here we have to remove even the skin, fix the corner and put the skin back. And how are we gonna do that? I don't know. I really don't know. Alright, so I've been playing with this piece of metal on a sandbag, and what I think I'm gonna do, I'm just thinking, maybe it's not gonna work, but I think I'm gonna make a patch like this, because I can't make all these shapes at the same time. I'm gonna have to divide it in small patches, so I think I'm gonna make a patch like that. This big. So that's my first patch. I hope that I will be able to make this shape, or even like this. Yeah, maybe a patch like this. Out of this. It's almost there now. Not really, but I think with the stretcher a little bit I might stretch it, because only this area here, now this area here needs to go down, but I don't have enough material here. So I mean, if I cut it like that and stretch this part, it's gonna go down, or I'm gonna force it down somehow, or we'll see. And then I'm gonna make another patch like this. This is gonna be easy because I have to do only this ridge here and bend it like that, and then I'm gonna weld them together at this point, and that's gonna finish this part. And then this part is easier, where I'm gonna make a full patch like this, and then I'm gonna have to cut the skin here and do the same repair as I did on the bottom, but we'll figure this out later. So first I'm attempting to do that. So I think with this I'm on the right way, or I'm not, I'm not sure, because it looks like this goes down and then this way. So there's one crease here, but there's also, this needs to have this shape, which actually this I can, yeah, I think this is the wrong way, what I'm doing here. Complicated. So this is full of sand, and I'll try to make this bend now. And yeah, this is the wrong way. This is totally the wrong way. I'm gonna try something else. Let's try and do this bend first. I'm gonna bend it right where this line is. But we need to make it smooth, so we can't use the brake. What should we use? Maybe here on the table. Actually, this might be good. Now the only thing is, here we have a little bit of a curve, but now we can curve this. Now if we cut it here, we might we might shrink this part, and that's gonna make it curved like that. At least I hope to make it curved like that. So let's cut it. So we have to stretch it, we have to shrink it right here. It did curve it. So if I draw a line like that now, and now we bend this way, even here it needs to go down. You see where I'm going? So now this line is somewhere here, like this. The line that I marked. So if we bend everything that way, and in this down, and this down, it should work. So I'm just gonna cut it now a little bit out of this line, and we're gonna start bending it down. Yeah. So now this needs to be just a little bit bent, not too much. So here I bent it too much. I think that's perfect. Now here, see, it goes down and ends here. I can feel the ridge. But here I think what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna weld it on top to the ridge, and I'm gonna grind it. You can't deal with that. Did I screw it up? I did. Okay, so next let's make this patch. So first I need to make this ridge, which I'm gonna try to do on the brake, so we don't need this. Okay, we made the ridge and it is pretty good, and that was easy actually. I was expecting to struggle more than that. So this will come here, and for this part I think I'm gonna keep this corner. I know it is pretty rotten, but maybe at the end of the day, if it burns on me, I'm gonna just build it up with weld, or I don't know what I'm gonna do, but I'd like to go only to here. So if possible, I'm gonna keep this here, if possible. And then of course go this way. Here we don't need to go too far, but at least somewhere here, or maybe a little bit further. And here again we're gonna stop here, and we're gonna just butt weld it. So let's, before we cut it, let's bend it to the shape. Okay, that's pretty much there. So we need to cut it somewhere there. We're gonna grind it later, shorter. Actually, now I need to trace this. So now this patch needs to be cut to this line. Easy job, right? I have a trick for that. So our patch needs to be between this line and this line. So now we can pretty much make our line here. Cut it here, and then the rest we're gonna grind with the grinder. Perfect. So now it's tight, but that's what we want, because if it fits around this, then obviously it's gonna be bigger. It needs to be tight, and it is. Maybe like that. The rest is gonna be grinding. But now we can fit them both. I can use my scribe and through the line. Alright, I think we should cut it now here and weld those in, or at least tuck them in place before we start cutting out here, because if we cut this, then we're gonna lose all references and stuff. Yeah, so we'll have to modify them a little bit more, but we're gonna modify them in place. So let's start cutting this out. There's a hole in the corner which we need to drill later, so we shouldn't forget about that. Okay, at least this inside is not too bad. It looks like I need to shorten a little bit more here. Alright, let them dry, and then we're gonna start modifying them, and at the end we're gonna weld them. Okay, and while these are drying, we can start making the patch for here, or at least a template, because I think here I'm gonna need a template. So I'm gonna make it, even the template, I'm gonna make it out of metal, but I need the shape of this inside. And then this shape, we're gonna transfer a piece of metal, we're gonna add ½ inch around it, and where we have the shape, the line, we're gonna start bending it to create this flange. on the shell. Yeah, something like that. So now we have to mark where this ridge is. So this is our ridge, and on the top I can see it, so here. Okay, so now we have to transfer this on another piece of metal that we are gonna use. This is piece of metal that Chef Tash gave me once, and look at that. Huh? How lucky are we? But now we're gonna cut this bigger. We're gonna cut it here, like that. So this will be our flange for here. You know what I mean? And we're not gonna cut the top here. We're gonna cut only when we have the other ones welded, so we'll match the same line. Alright, so the ridge is made, and now I have to start bending this flange. But first of all, I'm gonna shorten it because it becomes smaller and smaller, and then in the corner right here it's already almost 0. That's gonna be a long video, I guess. So we only need flange up to here. So I'm gonna make it bigger, and then if it's too long, we're gonna grind it down, but better to be more than what we need. Okay, and now we have to bend this, but it's gonna be tricky. We have to use this method again, but it works pretty well. Not here, of course. Reach. This is where we can use Gord's hammer. Hey, how are you, Gord? You disappeared. Alright, so our primer is dry already. So now we can clean up the edges here from the paint and do the final touches on the patches. So we're gonna do the final touches on the patches, and we're gonna weld them. Alright, let the welding begin. I think I'm gonna leave it like that, and now let's fit the other patch. So this one now is gonna be a little bit too big, right? I knew it. Wow, apparently it's 8:20 p.m. And my wife just called me to remind me that I have to go home at some point. Well, forgot about that. Okay, I think I'm just gonna tuck this in place and we're gonna call it a day. So here, I need to go lower. Alright, now in this situation I think this needs to have a little bit more of a curve, and I'm gonna try to hammer it down. Actually went down. Good. Alright, you were out of battery, but what I did is I just pushed it down and tucked it in the corner, and now I can just tuck it here as well. And you know what, guys? I think we're gonna call it a day. I am happy. I'm really happy with this so far, and I'm sure that tomorrow we just need to fit this there, cut it to the length, and cut this rust out, cut this skin here, and weld this in place, and then we're gonna have to deal with the skin, of course, but I'm happy. So far so good, huh? I'm really happy. Alright guys, so I'm gonna go home, but you stay here and wait for me because I'm gonna be back in 2 seconds.